inspirations to other people. In 60 days, this was the transformation throwdown, beginning in January, ended in March, 60 days, the before and after. As you can see, the proof is in the pictures. And I hope, Julie, that you will put this back out there on your Facebook and also in Transformational Health Styles, so that it continues to be a blessing for many people for a long, long time, to see what can happen with our amazing products and a decision. So I want to bring you on first before Dr. Crystal Vance weighs in, because tell us what you did. First of all, thanks, Julie, for jumping on.
You're welcome. Can you hear me?
Tell everybody what you do for a living.
I'm an occupational therapist. I work in the neonatal intensive care unit with preterm babies, and I love my job.
Yes. Well, so tell me. So January you started. You
Yes,
did this
and so
60-day. Tell us about it.
yeah, so at first I was like, I just don't know. I mean, I'm busy, just like everybody else, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I can commit to this, like I'll commit behind the scenes, but I don't know if I can commit to this, like in front on paper. And then I kept getting on the calls with Crystal and Ashley, and Valerie's been a really big support for me too. And Jane, I mean, all these people have been talking to, and I thought, you know what, like the day came and I was like, just do it. You just have to do it. And Valerie was telling me, nobody's gonna see the pictures unless you win, and I was like, oh, good, not that I won, but I was just saying that, so I was like, okay, I'll do it then. And so I sent them in. And, it's hard to send pictures of yourself in just in general, but I'm a very modest person too. So, I mean, I was just like, oh my gosh, like that was really hard for me to send these pictures in, because I was like, ooh, and people are always like, oh, you look great, and you know how it is. You're like, you don't see me without my clothes on. Like, we all have our own idea of what looks good to us. And so, so I was like, I'm really going to do this. My staple items, Limu 5X, Limu Original, and Blue Frog, I will not go without. And I also drink the protein drink in the morning, as a breakfast or whatever. But I had not done the drops consistently. I maybe had done them, and then I'll skip a day or whatever, or do it once. And then, so I started, get more motivated to do it. And I was like, I just have to set an alarm. And I'm kind of scatterbrained anyway. So I was like, I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to take my first drop. I set my alarm on my phone, because I'd forget every time if I didn't set my alarm. So I set my alarm on my phone, take my second drop. And then at work, I'm, busy. And then I get to lunch and I'm about to eat. Like usually I have like a protein bar for lunch or something, or just like a salad and chicken or something. And so before I get ready to eat, I'll be like, oh, I gotta take my drops. So I take my drop and set an alarm. So literally I have to set an alarm every time, or I'll forget every time. So I just kind of got in the habit of, before I put some in my mouth, I would do my drops. And so I started doing that consistently, and I was like, I'm going to make better choices. I'm going to, eat this instead of this. When we go eat Mexican food, I'll still have, a few chips, but I won't have a whole basket. I was just trying to do better choices and moderate. And I wasn't even working out or anything. So in January, doing that, making better choices, doing my drops consistently, and the MOA. And I should probably say that I did the MOA probably 3 to 5 times a week. It wasn't always consistent, but I love it. I used to hate it. I actually love it now. And so adding the MOA and the drops consistently, at the end of January, I gradually started seeing it coming off. Thank God I took pictures. That's what everybody says. You got to take pictures. Now I wish I had done measurements, because I didn't do measurements. So I took pictures, lost 14 pounds by the end of January. And then I started working out a little bit in February. And I just, you can tell when you tone up, even if you haven't seen it on the scale, it's really okay. Your clothes are fitting better. You're feeling better. You kind of can feel yourself in your skin. And that's kind of how I felt. So in all, I've lost about 18 pounds. I've toned up a lot because I started working out in the last month. And now look at my pictures. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was completely shocked. And I talked to Aunt, and Aunt's like, Jules, you got to put this on your page. I was like, I don't know if I can. Like, it's just so crazy. And he kept saying, no, you got to put that on your page. That's like, that's money. Like, that's, people need to see that. I was like, okay. And then Brent called and asked about chair, and I was like, oh, I guess so. So, but yeah,
Well, and
I was really excited because they really do work if you do them right. Now I've got like 3 or 4 people starting to try them consistently just because of what my results were.
that's it. That's it. And so you become inspiration